What's up everyone, and welcome back to Nexus. Despite tons of warnings from popular culture, people are still intent on developing artificial intelligence. You think such cautionary tales as Terminator, The Matrix, and even the newer installments in the Alien franchise would make people take a second look at building machines that can think. But if you're one of the people terrified of the creation of AI, fear not, because machines aren't really all they're cracked up to be and can be pretty convincingly tricked and mocked. Watch this video to find out the top 5 arcade hacks that will let you win jackpots every time. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get new content similar to this every day. Also, make sure to comment down below letting us know which was your favorite. And for this video, let's see if we can hit the golden like button, which is 1,000 likes, so make sure to drop a like down below. Number 5. Stacker is the arcade game where moving blocks descend from the top of the screen and you have to use them to build a tower. With the catch that any little overhanging piece of block gets chopped off, and the more you progress, the quicker the blocks move. If you're super patient, it's probably not that hard to do really well at this game, as you wait and see exactly when you have to slam the stop button to keep those blocks aligned and stop your tower from just getting thinner and thinner. But it seems pretty mindless, so what's the incentive to keep playing? Well, usually the prizes are majorly cool things, like game consoles and MP3 players. Our first way to hack Stacker comes from a video by ClawChamp. It details how to trick the machine into giving up all its minor prizes, which is a pretty simple trick. All you need to do is win the first round to get the minor prize, which isn't very hard, and then push 2 different buttons at the same time to trick the machine into giving you an entire row of minor prizes. The only issue with this is that the minor prizes are, well, minor. They're just not as cool as if you ended up winning 6 iPhones. You could easily make over $1,000 selling those if they were brand new. Unfortunately, the major prizes don't hang off little rails in the same way. So there's as of yet no foolproof hack to snag yourself a bunch of those, aside from just holding up the arcade. But that's not a hack, that's just illegal. If you love cheap plastic flashlights and jelly beans though, and feeling superior over the triumph over a machine, this is a hack for you.
When you get to the minor prize, hit start and then continue really fast. Alright guys, see if it works guys. Oh my gosh, it's working. Guys, we're gonna get all these prizes.
This is gonna take forever.
Start button to receive your fifth start button.
Get it, buddy.
Number 4. On the Arcade Supplies website, where you can buy big bass wheel machines if you're a store owner or a rich collector, they describe this game where you pull a lever to spin a big wheel as a game of skill. Now, I'm not sure how much skill is really involved in just pulling a handle, but actually hacking it so that you can get the 1,000 ticket jackpot every time is definitely skillful. There's a video tutorial on how to win it made by a kid who's probably about 10, which employs some major lateral thinking skills. For example, did you ever hear that one puzzle that goes, how did you get in an elephant in a fridge? And the answer is, open the door and put it in. Well, this is sort of like that, because it turns out that the best way to win the 1,000 ticket jackpot on the big spinning machine is by literally pushing up the plastic covering in front of the machine hiding the wheel, which is not held down, nor is it heavy. I guess for cleaning purposes so they can keep it looking shiny, and just putting your hands on it until it stops. I mean, imagine if you could do that on a slot machine at a casino. Just roll them until they stop at the ones you want. You could maybe eventually win $1 million if that trick worked on them. But you can't, because casinos are a lot more aggressive when it comes to people winning things. So you're just gonna have to stick with building up your tickets and hope you don't get caught pulling off this trick. If you did, then they might actually start screwing shut the front panels.
This is how you win 1,000 every time. So you spin it and you lift it. There.
That is awesome.
That's how you win, boy!
Number 3. If you think that playing with an actual rope is way too old-fashioned or too childish for you, you can instead try your hand at tricking the newfangled jump rope machine in the arcade by crouching down on the floor and repeatedly hitting the base of it with enough force to trick into thinking your hand is an actual person jumping up and down. Yeah, I'm serious. That's the best way to hack jumping jackpot. There's a pretty funny video of a guy doing it, beating the Namco machine within an inch of its life to get a score of 450. Which, funny enough, isn't even that good. But I guess if you're strong enough and you can match it when it speeds up and you don't mind looking like a total idiot, you could probably get a pretty decent amount of tokens out of this simple trick. And you'd also do best to take a lookout with you if you go for the sitting on the ground route. There's actually another less conspicuous way to do it, where you put one foot on the very back of the metal base so that it can't detect it, and with the other foot stamp repeatedly. It might take someone a few seconds of watching to realize you're totally cheating if you try it this way, and you might not need to take a friend with you. since the downside of taking a friend is that they might want a cut of your preciously stolen arcade tickets. Number 2. Just like there was kind of some genuine skill involved in hacking Stacker, hacking Flama Winner requires patience and concentration as well. Probably more than winning it without knowing these helpful tips would be, at least. In a video tutorial created by channel Arcade Hacks, he explains exactly what you need to do to win at this game, where all you really need to do is push a button so that the ball comes out of the chute. It's sort of like hook a duck, in that getting it in a hole is probably pretty easy, but getting it in the right hole that will actually win you something is pretty hard. Unless you know exactly when to push the release button for the ball, that is, which is what this guy tells us how to do. Basically, when the green 150 hole gets at the end what he calls the metal plate, which is just the unusual corner decoration, you have to press the button and then the ball will land in the 150 hole. He explains that for the Jackpot it's slightly different, but when the O in the word Jackpot printed on the side of the hole gets at the end of the third metal plate, then you press the button. If your timing is dead on, you can win every time. And to prove it, they do a short montage of them winning the machine a bunch of times. The thing that I want to know though, is how long it took them to work out exactly when you have to push the button to get the ball to land in the hole. Unless they're physicists and they measured the distance and the velocity or something. Still, they did all the hard work so that we don't have to.
When the 150 gets right there, so once the O gets on the third metal plate, that's when you press it. So like right now.
Number 1. Across the US and Canada, there are a total of 83 branches of popular restaurants with adjoining arcade Dave & Buster's. So this next hack to win obscene amount of tickets from all the machines in the arcade will come in pretty useful to anyone who lives near one. You can do this from any good ticket redemption machine in the arcade, as shown by YouTuber Damon Fong. This takes a calm head, steady hands, and a basic level of precision, because you have to crouch down to actually pull out the tickets, just very slowly and carefully. You should be able to pull out 2 tickets and face some resistance and maybe struggle for a while to get the hang of it. But once you get those first 2 out, you should hear a click inside the machine as the rollers loosen, and then you can literally pull out the entire roll of tickets. Wash, rinse, and repeat every time they restock the ticket machines, and you could probably clean out the whole arcade of prizes within a matter of hours. According to the on-screen warnings, if you can't initially get both tickets out, you have to start the whole process over and put in more money for the ratchet mechanism to work. So I guess it all comes down into what you value most, actual money or arcade prizes, bearing in mind that you could probably buy the arcade prizes from somewhere else with enough money. This hack, like the jump rope one, probably requires a lookout to keep you off the radar of the staff, or they'll just take the tickets back off you. Apart from all that though, it's pretty easy to accomplish and the whole process takes them less than 30 seconds in the video.
Get a little bit out. Look a little closer, you get halfway out, you see that? Keep getting it out. Then you do the next one. You put your finger inside, pull halfway out again, and there you go. There you go. Okay, just put it in bag right now. Break some.
That was our list of the top 5 arcade hacks that will let you win jackpots every time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a video in the future. And hit the like button too so we hit the golden like of 1,000. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace!